next segment is for you out there who enjoys a trip to the nail salon every few weeks. You know, you get to sit back, relax, get your nails done. Isn't it nice to be forced to put your phone down while you get your cuticles cleaned up? Maybe you saw the headline last week. Certain gel nail polishes were just banned in Europe. Technically, it's an ingredient within the gel that was banned, trimethylbenzoyl diphenylphosphine oxide. It rolls right off the tongue, right? Let's just call it TPO. It's the chemical that helps nail gel harden under UV light. And by banning TPO, Europe essentially banned nail gel in every nail salon across the 27 countries in the EU. A cosmetology teacher at Wake Tech told me concerns in the EU relate to potential health risks with long-term exposure or improper use. The concern is a potential risk to reproductive systems, and it's a concern based on real studies, real research. But before you cancel your next nail fill appointment, let's take a closer look. The studies were done on rats, and researchers fed those rats TPO. So, good news, you are not a rat, and no one is feeding you this chemical. A professor of dermatology at UNC told me we should also look at something else in the study called the margin of exposure. Essentially, it's a number that scientists look at to assess safety concerns.
Anything considered over 100 is considered safe. And for this product, they calculated it was 1,515. So if we're going to go by the margin of exposure, I will say that it's pretty safe.
All right, keep that weekend nail appointment. And hey, if you're still concerned, there are strong nail polishes that don't have TPO. Talk to your esthetician about your options. But hold up, the story doesn't end there, because there's something else you should do to stay safe at the salon. Before you go, you might want to lather on sunscreen.
There has been also concerns for skin cancer due to the UV light. Those are real risk and more common than the TPO.
Remember how we said TPO helps the gel harden under UV light? Well, it turns out that UV light is probably a bigger risk than the TPO. WRAL covered this back in 2018. A dermatologist said over time, this intense exposure can add up to cause skin damage. For many patients, a gel manicure can be life-changing. If applying sunscreen to your hands ahead of your next nail appointment isn't realistic for you, I get it. But it's something to think about, right? And this is all a reminder that sometimes we get so hung up on one toxin, what we're putting in or on our bodies, that we don't think about the more obvious dangers right in front of us.